In this special edition, Telecom Report brings you the changing face of music. In the past few years, CD sales have plummeted over 50%. Illegal downloads are rampant. Artists now independently stream and sell their music via the internet. And record companies are quickly searching for new business models.
I think it's quite possible that the record companies have outlived their useful life.
It used to be that in order to get your music out to market, either you had to tour and gig relentlessly and reach your fans directly, or you had to have the support of a record company and record shops and a handful of radio stations and music media. Now any new band can put their music and their pictures and themselves on MySpace and similar services, or new services coming along all the time. They can do this free of charge and in theory reach millions of people around the world, and that's fantastic for artists.
One of those bands is Blowsight, one of over 5 million hard-working artists currently registered on MySpace, trying to make it big in the music industry.
We're reaching for the stars. We've been together since 2003, late summer 2003, and I mean, basically, after the first gig, we realized that we had something going. I mean, either we're in 110% or we're out.
Blowsight, like many other artists, are trying to grow a strong and loyal fan base. But how does a young band get widespread reach in this global musical village?
I think mostly through MySpace, actually. Yeah. Because it's worldwide, you know.
So easy to stay in touch with fans also, that if you are a band, you are on MySpace, or you're not a band.
If you want to then take the next step, you want to give up your day job, you want to tour the world, you want to get your music out there, that's when you start to need support. You need a marketing budget, you need someone to pay for you to travel the world, to be able to, just dedicate yourself full time to it.
The dirty little secret of the music industry, however, is that 95% of all artists never make it, and that historically, the industry has either been feast or famine. The emergence of the internet, though, is starting to create what is being termed a middle class of musicians.
So a middle class of musicians is starting to form because there are now other models that people can use to directly connect with their fans and make some money. You could do it with 20, 50,000 fans and selling 5, 10, 20,000 copies of recordings and supporting your tour and selling merchandise and getting your songs placed on television or commercials or in other interactive environments.
CD sales are down 50%. Billions of files are being traded and shared over the internet every year, and record companies are looking at new ways to remain in the market. What is digitization and the internet doing to the record and music business?
I think the days of making money selling recordings are largely over, more so every day. The idea that you're going to be able to make an incredible living selling prepackaged recorded music, I just don't think it's going to fly anymore.
If the record labels were providing the services wanted by the market, then why are consumers flocking to file-sharing sites?
Maybe even 99% of the music content is actually available for free, and that means free and unauthorized. And that's a problem because you're trying to do what you're basically trying to monetize a business in an environment where most of it's available for free.
It's not really good because it doesn't support the artists.
I'll buy a CD for one song and then kind of regret it, so I like to download just certain singles that I like. But that's about it.
I wouldn't even consider it illegal because we want people to hear our music.
It seems that even established acts are becoming more and more dissatisfied with their record labels and feel that perhaps they've outlived their current usefulness.
Record industries, to be fair, have resisted what I think is the foolish strategy in America, for example, of just suing thousands of music fans, which as far as I can see hasn't worked and just really annoys consumers and gives the record industry a bad reputation.
What we really want to see is a greater level of partnership with internet service providers.
We've seen in France, as we speak, there is legislation going through to propose that people who persistently file share should be cut off and put on a blacklist and not be allowed access to the internet.
You see many examples of the ISPs linking up with music companies and going forward. And it's very encouraging to see what's happening in countries like France and the UK, so on, to bring the ISPs into closer cooperation with music and film companies.
There's been talk about that over here in the UK, although actually the record industry trade body, the BPI, has always said that that isn't its aim. It's just one of many things that they are considering.
I mean, of course, every band wants to go plus. We don't want to lose money by doing this, then we wouldn't sit here today. But the thing that drives us most right now is the energy of being on stage and meeting people and going to places. I mean, this is the best job ever.
Pandora, Last.fm, Spotify, Django. They're all some of the major players in the new internet radio or music discovery channels, all offering different kinds of services that are putting a dent into traditional radio and helping fans discover new music.
The web allows for unicasting as opposed to broadcasting. Unicasting where you can stream an individual channel to someone and that person can respond to what they're hearing and say, you know, I like it or I don't.
We try to give people a very informative, interesting environment to listen to music, a very visually interesting way to listen to music. It's kind of like a visual radio to a certain extent.
And so you can also fit a far broader catalog of musicians into those stations. When a song plays on Pandora, we're blind to popularity. You don't have to already be successful to be suggested. You know, the same way like on Amazon. You know, if people who bought this book also bought this book, or who bought this CD also bought this CD, that has an inherent problem, which is you're never going to get recommended until you've been bought. You know, but you're never going to get bought until you've been recommended.
We have a lot of user-generated content on our site, so all the information about artists, the concert information, the biographies and all this stuff is generated by our users. They're also driving Last.fm through the data, so they're listening data. We build up a music profile, and this is really the source for our recommendation service. So we can say people that listen to this also listen to that.
But do people really want to sit in front of their laptops and listen to music? All these services are now available on the mobile.
Who think that actually mobile services are where it will go, simply because although many people, you know, although the iPod is by far the favoured digital music device at the moment, tens, hundreds times more people have mobile phones which are actually capable of playing music. Many people, like myself, you know, I have an MP3 player built into my phone which I never use.
One of those players is Sony Ericsson with their DRM-free music on Play Now Arena.
You buy it, you own it, you do what you want with it. It is your prerogative because you buy it in MP3, DRM-free format, and you get that to your PC. If you want to sideload it over, if you want to burn it on a CD, if you want to put it in your car, play it on the stereo, that's okay with us.
Sony Ericsson has reportedly 200 million handsets in the marketplace, and there are approximately 3.7 billion different handsets scattered around the world. A big channel for the music industry.
I believe that holds a lot of promise for the future of music and music marketing, because you know your fan is holding that thing in their hand or in their pocket. So you end up with this relationship capability that largely didn't exist before in the old model with the record companies.
Personalized digital radio, handset manufacturers getting involved, the face of music certainly changing. Thanks for watching this Telecom Report, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.